Welcome, everybody. It is the European Sprint Series Round 3 here at Watkins Glen. The sweeping hills, the variable amounts of death have come to this track on iRacing multiple times. And this is the current situation. Absolutely no wind. It's barely readable. 1 kilometer. Do you know how small a distance that is? Track temperature of 29 degrees Celsius, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. A track length of 5.4 kilometers at a distance above sea level of 480 meters. With me, as always, is Craig King. Craig, welcome back for a new year.
Thank you very much, Rob. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. And Rob, it's not New Year, new me, but it's New Year, new track layout. Just putting it out there. First time in a long time, the European Sprint Series goes to Watkins Glen with the inner loop, otherwise known as the bus stop. So this promises to be very interesting, and I gotta be honest, it is a confusing field today. Let me just run this through you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go from the bottom. 5.7k strength of field for the GTEs. A 4.4k strength of field for the LMP2s. And the LMP1s are a whopping, get your drum roll out, 2.5.
That's it?
Sorry, that's it.
I was expecting you were going to say like a 9 million K or something, but no.
I know. I'm very confused myself, and I'm trying to work out, is someone having a rib at me? But no, apparently that is the strength of field today for the LMP1s, a 2.5, but we still have the likes of Alex Salmon.
Oh my goodness!
Ismail Yacoub.
There's a car in here with less than iRacing.
Well, we've done that before with the Huskenveld GT Challenge. It's going to be interesting today. But we've got some great names here anyway. We've got Yuri Kastrol currently sitting P4 doing his second lap in the Porsche, a 140-104. But not to mention as well, we have a former champion among us. Dylan Scrivens returns to the European Sprint Series. The number 3 car, a 139.896. When you're the number 3 car and you're 7k iRating, that does make you think this is a big field. And yeah, it is. Yuri Kastrol, the number 1 car, 8.2k strength of field. Who's the number 2 car? Samuel Liebert, 7.3. And then you've got Dylan with 7.0. And even more, I mean, the number 4 car is the LMP2 driver, Ika Pala. I believe I pronounced that correctly. The only car in the LMP2s to do a sub 130. 129.811.
Just a note, by the way. The GTE field is stacked AF. Like, do you ever hear like just you know when you stack things, like boxes and stuff? This is the equivalent of stacking just pure numbers on top of one, and just it's fat with a PH. That's how meaty it is.
Hang on. The Toyota LMP1. Did somebody say someone's driving a Toyota LMP1?
Do you remember
what is this?
Go ahead and look at Scott Willis for me. Oh no! Do you know what's even worse?
What's even worse, Rob? What's even worse?
The sun visor. Or the visor on the top of the...
Oh no! It says Porsche! No! No!
Jesus.
Right, Rob, clear your throat, my friend. Rob is unfortunately under the weather today, so I will try and limit his load because, poor man, it's never nice being ill, and ill over the holidays. What a horrible time. Absolutely crazy tail lane. I should have run the P1. I mean, like spit 3 or 4 in the LMP2s. It's like that, unfortunately. It's a very interesting field. Now, I believe, I just want to check if anybody else out on track setting some laps. Baron Morrison is setting his first lap. Thomas Hagstein is setting his. Alex Salmon is setting his. Oh, the OCM's got a Christmas livery today. But it's January 1st, 2021. Let's get rid of the Christmas stuff. So basically all the cars at the bottom of the field, apart from Ken Giles, are just setting their first laps. Baron Morrison is going to be coming in around his first. It's going to be a 147.16. Good enough for P9 for his class. Ken Giles is finally here, but I think it's a bit too late for him. What about Alex Salmon? Oh, wow, he's not going to set a lap at all. He's got 25 seconds to basically get to the heel, and then the three amigos. Yeah, he's not setting a lap. Neither is Thomas Hagelstein, so I think it's safe to say that we have our grid confirmed, Rob.
We do indeed. Well, almost confirmed. Just in case any last-minute stragglers want to have a crack at the whip.
No, they won't cross the line. They will not cross the line in time.
So that is Stephen Kimmins with a 123.338 ahead of Ishmael Yacobi with a 123.415. Drozda with a 123.446 ahead of Lewis Woods in 4th position, 123.526. Jan Korbs with a 124.072. De Bakker with a 124.262 in 6th position. Hutcherson in 7th and Portel in 8th. 9th was Morton Willis in 10th. And 11th, and the last qualifier for LMP1 was Maintenant. Take it away for LMP2.
Yeah, I'll take it away for the LMP2s. Also, my heart's a little bit messed up. I don't know what's happened to my iRacing, but I still have the times here. Ika Halapala with a 129.811, followed by Marcus Deck. Good to see the RLR Brucey Esports driver here with 132.07. Then we've got Michelle Stanley with a 133.08. PJ Stereos in 4th with a 130.519. And then Matthias Witt with a 135.36. Farouk Manzar, 136.05 is 6th. And then 7th is Magnus Wallstrom with 136.62. Ebola Lowell with a 137.11. And David A. Williams a 137.87. Then 4,000 split between the difference between Alessio Ganaletti and Pierre Verne of a 138.80 and a 138.84. And then right behind them is Tom Hooper, a 138.87. Then for Bushfink, Anthony Blankers with a 139.28. Mark D. Hutchison, a 131.512. And Vinceno Tanaima with a 131.519. Quickly into the GTEs. I'll give you a break, Rob, because you usually do this. But Samuel Liebert with a 139.862. The number 2 car is on pole. A lot of Porsches here, by the way. Dylan Scrivens, a 139.896 in 7th. Second, Luke Delict in 3rd, a 139.904. And then Yuri Kastrop, a 139.936 is 4th. Phoenix Quambach, 140.038 for 5th. Simeon Lynch, a 140.191, and James Pinsker, 140.341. Nicholas Labushk, a 140.432. Barry Morrison gets over the line with 140.716. Antonio Piexi, 141.388. Leon Meredith with 142.293 is the last qualifier, and we have 4 non-qualifiers. We'll go over the LMP1s quickly. Alex Salmon, who will be starting 12th. Ken Giles will be starting 13th. Ed Schiller will be starting 14th, but he has not arrived, so he's a scratch. And then Thomas Hagelstein for the GTEs right at the back, 41st overall, 12th in his class.
And as we can see, it sticks like a sore thumb. Look at it. It's like you see the Audis and all their nice paints, and then there's like a meme paint in there somewhere, but less of that. And then you see the paint, and it just sticks out. It's like, hang on a minute, I never saw a Porsche with a Toyota livery.
No, because it's banned.
It's even worse than when I know one particular person ran a Peugeot livery on an Audi.
It's like when the LMP2 first came out. It's a Dallara, but you saw people running like Honda Acura and other companies' liveries on it, and it's like, yeah, but it's not the same shape because the Dallara LMP2 is based off the Porsche, which, by the way, we do have a few Porsche 919s out here today. Now, everyone knows that the Porsche does get its rap for not being fast, not being quick on the straights. Well, the bus stop will negate this today, which is great to see, because I have seen some races this week and the Porsche has really excelled at the second half of the track. Once you get past the S's, this technical section, you see the LMP1s at the moment, the Porsche can really shine if in the right hands. It can take a little bit less more down. It can put a lot of more downforce on, and it just really likes these corners. So don't expect it off the blocks right away. But Droza, the fastest Porsche, a 123.446, does show what can be done. But it's interesting as well how it's not a red line. It's not a VRS. It's not an RR. It's not an OCM. It's a Bushfink Racing car pole for the LMP1s. And just confused what's happening with the order here. I know it's a full formation lap, but everyone's just getting a little bit confused. But I'm not confused. It's 20. Rob, it's 2021. The brand new year. Let's kick off a brand new year in the same way we always do every race, because this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need, an hour at Watkins Glen in the European Sprint Series. Get ready, Rob.
Now, let's get ready for the start. That is going to be the car number 33, and Matthias Dresda in behind an RLR car number 19, and car number 13. That is go for the Team Bushman car, and he's just steaming away with Stephen Kimmins going ahead of everybody else, and that's Ismail Yakubu, and second, third is going to be Drozda. He's overtaking Lewis Woods quite quickly, but over behind them is going to be an absolute battle between Carter Hutcherson, who's actually sat out of position, and he's having to climb back through the field, and you can just see in the background the rest of the P2s. I think that was P2s.
That is the LMP2s. That is the LMP2s. They're too wide going up the hill. That's a little bit crazy. That was David Williams and Pierre Verne there. And we got a little four-car gaggle here coming on at the moment, and everyone gets through into the bus stop. Without these GTEs, they always struggle around here at the moment. They're coming up the S's right now, in the lead still with Scriven, Lip, Cadstrop. I'm just watching at the back. Is there any chaos happening? There isn't. Everyone's getting away pretty smoothly up the S's so far. So everything's looking nice. No real changes happening in the GTE. But Marcus Deck does have the lead in the LMP2s. Already he has overtaken Halapala.
Samuel Liebert. He's the lead GTE, qualified first, ahead of the trio of Scrivens, Job de Ligt, and I think that is Felix Krumbach. The three Manatee cars. They were having a nice formation up, and then Felix had to spoil it by letting Yuri Castro up. But I mean, Yuri is an absolutely insane driver. By the way, Antoine Blankers having to start from the pits because I don't think he actually took to the grid, and we do have a car off. That is the car of Ken Childs, car number 40.
And he's off. It looks like he has decided that's it. Did not see what happened. Ooh, did he lose it on the final corner? Let's just see. Yeah, second amigo as we call it, lost it, just completely slammed into the wall. So that's unlucky for Charles there.
Oh, he actually flipped all the way over.
He did. It's absolutely easy. So what is happening with these LMP1s? We haven't really looked at them so far. Kimmins is pulling away at the moment.
Matthias Drosta, he's going slow. What's going on?
What is going on with Droza? What has happened to Droza?
I think he had a slowdown. I think he had a slowdown. Let's have a look. This is him coming up to the bus stop. And oh yeah, that's a slowdown.
That's a slowdown. That is going to be tough to work up, especially in the Porsche. I mean, look at the speed difference. Look
how much he's lost. Like, we're coming into the actual boot section now. Lost 2 positions, coming up to 4 positions just from missing 1 corner. At this early stage, it's yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm liking this battle at the moment between Corbs and DeBacker, because they were pretty much even, and Corbs just had a little bit more boost to use on that start-finish straight, which was very handy for him. He was able to pull away, but now Neil is reboosting up the hill. I think he's done a little bit of a half in, half out there where he said he's a little bit of boost before the assist, then used the rest of it, but now Corbs puts down his boost and he just pulls away. And at the same time, Yukabaka now is actually in trouble from Salmon. Alex Salmon's made up 6 places. He did not set a time. He's trying the first to last. He's doing really good at the moment. Trying to catch on to the back here. That is the backer. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move because every time he gets onto the throttle, Corbs is just going. Corbs is really ahead. He's just got the boost perfect, and I give it half a lap, maybe a quarter of a lap, and I think Tobacco is going to be defending against Salmon. In fact, he's doing it right now. Salmon with the boost into the heel, makes it. A little bit of touch. No!
Oh, no!
Little bit of a touch.
And he
does make it, but
they're in the wall. It's all over, Jim.
Yeah. It was a little touch there. It was like I don't think Salmon was clear, but I also feel that the backer probably could have left some room there. I'm not entirely sure. You're just seeing it back on the replay right now.
Oh, he tried resuming the line, and well, a wall to greet him.
I don't think he's got much damage. You know what? He doesn't really have a lot of damage. You can see that front left has had some knock. The splitter at the front's got a little bit of divot there, and that might affect him. I think Carter Hutchinson's just trying to boost in right now. Nowhere to go. We'll have to keep an eye on what this affects at top speed at the moment, because that could be interesting. I got to be honest. Where is Droser as well? He's
in the pits.
So, no, Mateusz Droser. Sorry, no.
Sorry, Mateusz.
Tobacco, sorry, is in the pits, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah, Tobacco having to essentially get his car out the wall and, well, get something done to it, because I think he came out the lesser... Oh, no. I just saw what Benjamin Morton is running. I feel ill. I really do. Oh, dear.
Do I need to see what he's running?
It's full weeb.
Oh, wow. Wow. Moving on quickly.
Marcus Deck, by the way, taking the lead for LMP2. Ika Hapala losing it to Marcus Deck. And I think...
That was first lap.
Yeah, that was first lap. We missed it. But Marcus Deck is setting himself in a nice little position. He's actually the fastest car out there at the moment. Setting a 1:31.570, the fastest lap out of all of them by just a hair. The next person to set a lap quicker than that is actually the car behind of Ika Hapala.
Sorry to just raise my voice here, because Stephen Kimmons just took out Antonio Piexi going around the GTEs, the first casualties. And I've got to say, Stephen, that's on you. Late dive into the bus stop and just takes out Piexi. Piexi just goes wheeling and boom, straight into the wall.
And
wow.
Ishmael Yakubu is out. He's towed. What's going on?
What is going on with Yakubu? Every time we see Yakubu in the pit, there is loads of damage. He's up the bus stop or the inner loop.
Oh,
going around. No.
I just witnessed a man getting murdered.
No. Right. F's in the chat for Yakubu.
Oh my goodness, great. I'm going to put this at a quarter speed. Look at this.
I don't want to. I just... You're advertising a murder.
I believe I can fly.
Woo! I believe... No, I'm not singing. No, I can't hit that note. But I was going to say how this is the first rotation of the LMP1s going through the GTEs. And I wanted to talk about it because you've got to be really careful when you come to make the braking for the bus stop. And it really changes the complexion of traffic here. And Stephen Kimmons just showed that, well, maybe he was a little bit too aggressive. It did cost him there. You've got to be honest. I don't think he's got much damage, but it killed a man. Let's be brutally honest.
Didn't that man then kill a man?
So, what are we saying here? Are we saying that Kimmons killed 2 people?
Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly onward, as we're seeing. I'm just seeing that Scrivens trying to catch one. Scrivens is still on the back of Libert. The top 7 in the GTEs have not changed, but Oh, hello. That Alex Salmon going around. Yeah, that was 3 wide, going around Anthony Blanca's and then GTE traffic, but manages to hold on to it as he's in P4. Apart from that one issue we saw, nothing out of the unordinary with the LMP1s going around the GTEs. Ricardo Hutchinson looks like he's going to be trying. No, that's his teammate there, Anthony Blanca. I mean, he would get many friends if he sent it on his teammate, but that does hold him up with Mateusz Droza. Mateusz Droza now trying to get by him. Look at it, the Porsche. He's probably on all the boost at the moment. He can't catch up to that Audi. Look at that. Droza probably just used every bit of boost he's got left and can't catch. And now Hutchinson's like, see you later. Up the hill he goes. And this Audi is just going to take all the speed it can. And look, 267, going up to 290 right now for Droza. And it's 295. There's a 5 km/h difference between Hutchinson and Droza. And that is big when it comes to this Audi.
And that's even with slipstream as well. Because, I mean, it's even worse to the fact that they're slower, even with slipstream. And look at Mateusz, he's actually having to run quite wide. Carter is actually keeping it a little bit more tidy, I think.
But now comes this section, Rob, that I was on about earlier, because they've gone through the high-speed section of Watkins Glen. Now comes the technical section, the boot section. And I think this is where we see the Porsches really do well. You can see he's already caught on to Hutchinson. In fact, this is the place where the Porsche would boost, and he's already gained, what, 3/10, the 3/10 that he lost? Okay, he's not catching right now, but I bet you when you look at the lap times, these two will be matching each other on lap times. Such is the way of the Porsche with the downforce. It's just so comfortable in the late sections of the track compared to the Audi.
Sweeping in the JDM versus TBR. I don't know if JBM is even a team. If it is, let us know. Lap times are going to be just 2/10 of a second separating the two of them. Now you can see Carter Hutchinson's in a 38 car, and that is the TBR car ahead of you, the Audi. The 3030 car is Mateusz Drozda. 2/10 separating them, but look at this, the gap opening up incredibly by 3/10 as they come to the bus stop. And then during the technical section, Mateusz Drozda closes it in again. It's like an accordion, except that it lasts over a lap.
It really is a showing of the difference between the downforce packages, the high downforce and the low downforce. Yeah, you could run a high downforce package for the Audi around here, but do you need to? Porsche just does really well, and you can see it. He's so planted coming around the toe, and then he'll come to the heel in a minute, and just watch how he can just go a little bit later on the brakes. He can go in, he can get on the throttle quicker. It's just working for him, and he's still behind at the moment, but then you come to this, what we call the first Amigo, and he's doing fine. It just really shows. Comes to the second, the little kink, doesn't have to lift or do anything, doing nice. Come to the third, and again, so then he'll do some boosting, he'll catch up, while the Audi doesn't have the amount of boost it needs for this, and then we rinse repeat. And again, 2/10 difference between the two of them, but you wouldn't think it's 2/10.
No, you'd think it'd be about half a second. But you have to remember that the relative speed of these cars means that the actual distance would be wider, but the gaps would probably be the same compared to something like the GTEs, where a smaller distance would actually equate to a same gap. Oh, that's Stephen Kimmins wiggling through the bus stop as he's now under direct threat. Oh, no, so that's not Kimmins.
Carter Hutchinson.
It's Carter Hutchinson. Sorry, my mistake. And he's having to serve a slowdown. So that is, in a flash. That's it. That's the final answer. We see here.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah. Power sliding.
Power slide. Yeah, a close one. While that is happening, the LMP2 leaders have started their progression through the GTE field, and they were so bunched up. The top four separated by 2 seconds, and now the top four are separated by 1 second as they've gone through half the GTEs going up the S's. And with these cars with no boost, that is always a challenge. Dex still leads Hapala, with Stangali and Sturgios right behind. Third and fourth have not changed. The only 2 cars have not gained or lost a position so far this race. Now Deck coming down the chute, going to be held up there from Pinsker. Not by purpose, of course. It's just the fact the traffic there. Can he make a bookmark can Deck make a bookmark? No, and he can't even put himself in front of Lynch. So look how close Hapala is right now onto Deck. They're going to be coming around the toe right now. To the heel they go. There's about, what, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 4. You know what? Make it 5. All the leaders for the GTEs are right in front of them. Leaders of the LMP1s coming up, the LMP2s, sorry, coming around the leaders of the GTEs. I am getting my words mixed up right now. It must be a new year. Deck can't find a way through. Now he finally gets past Kronbach, but he lets Hapala get closer. Then he lets, look at it, Stangali and Sturgios are getting close themselves, and then a bookmark. Now, 3, 4 GTEs. Do they get all of them? Look at the Manatee just trying to push it all Marcus Deck. Just trying to slot in when he can, and that may cost him. He gets 2 GTEs and Hapala with the dive, but can't make it. I honestly thought he was going to go for that for a moment.
Yeah, that on his cockpit view, it looked like he thought about it for a split second, and then realized, no, that is going to cause death, destruction, like we never seen before, like that movie in Titanic. You know, when you know, I mean, the ship sank. You know,
I've never seen Titanic, but I know the story.
I mean, the ship sank.
But with all this bookmarking and the way the traffic's fallen for him, PJ has lost the back of the leaders. So it's now a 3-car battle with half a second splitting first, second, and third. Deck, Hapala, and Stangali. So this is one to watch out for, because look, like I said, 2 laps ago there was 2 seconds separating these drivers. Now there's less than a second. So that's just the power of the pit stops right now.
As you can see on your screen, Kimmons is leader of class for LMP1. Deck, leader in class for LMP2. Liebert, leader in class for GTE. Now, Marcus Deck has been setting fast laps, but this man, car number 4, oh crikey, that is an LMP1 of Neil de Backer. Car number 35 is trying to make his way back through. He's gonna have to, we might have to stop again, actually.
He will have to stop, won't he? There's no way he can go again for sure. That would be one to look at. And then what's happened to Castro? He's just having a little bit of traffic there. Sorry, I saw a microphone go on, and usually you see a microphone go on, you think, oh, what's happening? But no, it's happening at the moment.
A microphone goes on, and you think, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Still, top 7. Mateus Witt there, just going in front. You'd think to yourself, hey, you know, microphone goes on, going to be something crazy. You think the GTEs are going really aggressive and, you know, really good competition. Top 7 have not changed positions whatsoever, and it has been fun to watch the Manatee guys to try, well, 2 of the Manatee guys to try to pull away, catch on to Lieber for Core Sim Racing as Yuri Kastrop just gets left behind. And we have hit the danger zone, Rob, because Kimmons and the LMP2 leaders have been hitting the LMP2s while they're going through the GTE. So we've hit that moment, and Kimmons is about to see, oh my word, is he going to have to go 3 wide? No, he has to just break. Look at this! Look at this! Kimmons has to wait because of the battle for 7th and 8th in the LMP2s. And that is Williams and Tamarina. And then they go around. There's nowhere for Kimmons to go. He had a 4-second lead. This is going to hinder him. Can he get around this GT? It'd be vital he can get around Scrivens. He can't, and Scrivens almost get touched from Tamarina there. But look at this. I want to see what the gap is now. Because this is massive, and he goes wide at the first Amigo. And Lewis Woods is right behind him now. A 4-second lead, just like that, has been negated.
A 4-second lead. I just witnessed a gap getting murdered. How about that? A gap just got murdered. Oh my goodness gracious! That is Lewis Woods almost getting clambered and having to go around. This is look at this. It's just a sea of car.
It's a sea of cars. And put it this: 1.4 seconds was the gap between Woods and Corbs. It's now half a second. 3.9 seconds was the gap between Woods and Kimmons. It's now 1.9. It's going up to 2.3 right now as Kimmons does a little bit more boosting as they go up the S's. The gap just absolutely went bye-bye. Welcome to multi-class racing. That is amazing to see. And as we're watching those guys go by, look at this at the back. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Salmon, Droza, Hutchinson. A second separates them all. They're now going through the GTEs. Droza is on the back of Salmon, driving faster. You've got to wonder, has that little bit of damage on the nose just caused, caused issues with Droza having a yield block right there for a moment? Just worried about going into the GTE, and you come out the chute. Oh my days! I don't know what to say.
There's cars. Bono. There's cars everywhere.
Look at Salmon! Whoa! Salmon with the brilliant little slot move there. Found a fantastic place. Gained some time. Droza side by side with an LMP2 there, but Salmon manages to get double bookmark there, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. And I did not think there was a line there. He found the hole. He threaded the needle, and that's fantastic. Then that helped Salmon out, and Hutchinson has been caught up in all of that because he had to go through the hill and the first Amigo, and he's still got a couple more cars to go, but that was very scary. If I was driving there, I would have just parked it up and gone, nope, do it yourself. I'm not going around him.
You would have called Woody's then because you had to DIY.
Gibbons did create a gap once. That's Giles Hubin, his teammate. He did create a gap once. He can do it again. Definitely, but this is the life of the multi-class racing. The gaps are crucial. We have seen so many times. Putting Lewis Woods in a certain highlight video that was released yesterday, Rob. Wonder where that came from.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Totally not us.
Totally not us. Totally not us.
By the way, we did miss one thing.
What did we miss?
Yuri Castro is now in third position.
And that's Delict. That is the Delict that's gone off. Did he have a slowdown? It would have been last lap, so it must have been a slowdown, but I've not seen it, but he was 4 seconds slower last lap. So something
Let's have a look.
to Delict.
He's having to battle with his... Oh my crikey. Let's have a look in the chopper view because there's just cars everywhere. Where did it happen?
I have no idea. I've been unable to see it at the moment.
I guarantee you it's like... it's in either in the first corner or... on the hill, maybe.
Might be up the hill, but that is a lot of time.
Oh, no, it's final turn. He power slid.
Oh, wow. Keeps it out the wall, though. Great survival there to keep out the wall. And that's Scott Wills in the pits. Not sure what for, but there's 39 minutes left. Is that a very early undercut? Maybe. Or is he... Yeah, that's an early undercut. So that's...
I mean, the pit window would have started to open right about now, so...
Yeah.
I think he would have been able to go, hey, let's do it this... Oh, my crikey. Vincenzo having to navigate the back end of his car and also not get hit by a TBR car that's driving past him. David Williams of VRS, by the way. Is it David Williams of VRS?
I thought it was. I might be wrong.
You might be wrong. We need to fact check this.
I might be thinking of a different David, but...
Oh, crikey! Oh, crikey, it's all gone wrong for Joel Portel.
That's not where you should be going.
Why is there a Hello Kitty on that car? Oh, no.
That is not where you should be going, and then just loses the car.
Oh!
And yeah, oh, wow. Now, who did he take out with him?
Oh, he went on the grass.
That was Mantronaut as well, and Alex Salmon decided to come into the pits. Now, that is definitely a pit stop for Salmon. And you'll be happy to know that I actually have times enabled today. So I can see how long they'll be spending in the pits. We'll be seeing 37 seconds already in the pits for Salmon. It's definitely a pit stop for the OCM driver. He comes out. It's going to be 41.9 seconds in the pits, and he comes out. I don't think he's timed that well because he's right in the middle of the lead GTE pack. Get past the lick. He's going to get around Quernback back right now. If he gets around him with no problem, okay. He's fine, but that's cost him a lot of time. And right in front, he's then got Kastrop, Scrivens, and Liebert. A second separates these three. As it's, well, Manatee were creating a sandwich. Now it's, of course, Sim Racing versus Manatee versus, I always forget. I apologize here. I always forget what team he drives for. Oh, it's Fordzilla, isn't it? No,
It is. Wait, no, it's not. My.
Somebody will tell me. I apologize. I cannot, for the life of me, remember what.
RAG.
Oh, it's Roman Grosjean Racing. Right. Of course. Of course, I thought. Yes, of course. Yes, sorry.
You've been hit by. You've been struck by. Roman Grosjean.
By the way, have you seen his latest photos where he is actually showing the damage to his left hand? Dear God, that thing is still not healed.
I mean, he was in a fire.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like, it's still.
It's quite literally a miracle he A, survived, and B, only came out with like his hand being like a bit oof. Oh, sorry, that is. Oh, crikey, that is a big hit on the wall from one of the Manatee cars. I think that was.
That's Scrivens. That's Scrivens?
No, it was not Scrivens. It was Felix Hornbach. Let's have another replay of that from his angle.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit the wall indeed. I wasn't. You know, my cold wasn't playing games with me. He actually did hit the wall.
He hit the wall, and now Licht is going to get by him. He did not have the speed. He does not have steering damage. I did not see any steering damage, and you can see if he had steering damage, he would not be able to take the inner loop just as well as he was right now. So everything for him at the moment does.
And look Scrivens, it's all gone wrong for Manatee. Look at this.
He's just lost P2 to Castro.
Yuri Kastrop is just going bananas. He let him by in the bus stop. I think there was no point in fighting it. And he just wants to try and set himself back up again and try something different. Try maybe holding on to the back end of Kastrop. See if he can pip him in the pits. Try something anyway. But Kastrop doesn't understand what fuel saving isn't.
Is it?
Because he goes fast while fuel saving, which it's a mystery. You know, it's a thing for the mystery machine to solve. Kind of level of mystery. How on earth he's able to save so much fuel?
Gee whiz, Fred, we should work out who this monster really is. I don't know. I haven't watched Scooby-Doo in years. Oh my! Hey, Stephen Kimmins has a car again. Here comes traffic issues. He has to get by the lead GT, the midfield GTEs, lap LMP1, a LMP2. Did he get past all of them? Well, yeah, because one of them is his teammate Blanca's. So he gets past all of them, but that could have been scary. So what about, the car that had to get by them all? Lewis Woods. Yeah, he's getting by them, but he's been held up. And these battles here are crucial because you think about the time gained, the time lost here, add that onto your pit stop. And that's where it's won and lost. So, needs to do his best, does Kimmins, to, negate any time loss, because he already lost a lot of time when he had that first gap closed, and then Woods needs to make sure that he doesn't lose time, but he's trying to lap the GTEs while he also got a lapped LMP1 in front of him. Not what you want to be seeing, as that lapped LMP1 wheels actually just goes around the outside. It holds up Liebert, and actually, with Liebert going a bit wide there, does that bring Kastrop in for the GTEs? Yes, because they've just gone past the leaders of the GTEs. Let's keep an eye on our GTEs at the moment. Oh, wow, Anthony Blanca's just spitting himself in the middle there between Kastrop and Liebert and Kastrop there. So again, top three in the GTEs. A second and a half separates them.
It is Samuel Liebert, Yuri Kastrop of hang on a minute. Why?
R8G.
No, R8G. Why is it 8? Why is there an 8?
Isn't that Roman Grosjean's number? But you'll find it's Roman Grosjean's number.
Is it Grosjean's number?
Anyway.
Why did he staple it on in the middle of the initials?
I don't know. I don't make esports teams.
Oh, Grosjean has an It is the fact that he has the 8th number. Well, we're on board with the number 1 car, so would it be R1G?
Now I'm thinking of something completely different on Twitch. No. Let's get going.
Roman number 1 Grosjean.
Oh. Right, so Ketchup, Scrivens, Lieber, not in that order, but 0.6 between each of them. And it's interesting to see this battle because really, after that mistake there from Delict and Scrivens, other than that, it's basically just been like business as usual for these drivers. So, I mean, they know what they're doing, but they're not catching each other per se. Like, the closest the gap's been is probably what, half a second? I don't think it's gone under half a second when it comes to these guys. So this is going to be a battle won in the pits. And like I was saying, there's a lot of Porsches out here today. 8 of the top 10 are Porsches. Do I need to go down to the rest of the field? Yes, I'll go down to the rest of the field. Because there's no other there's nothing else there. It's 2 Fords and the rest are Porsches.
Bono, what's going on? Oh my crikey, that is the car number 2 and the car number 1 having battles. What's going on with Simon Liebert? He's having issues. And they're going up the hill now, coming onto the bus stop. Does Samuel Liebert have anything to respond with Yuri Kastrup coming up towards the bus stop? He doesn't. He's trying to pull up to the left-hand side of, and he's got nothing. What? Wait. What? Wait.
Nothing?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I see it now. He got tagged in the rear by Stephen Kimmins. No, it wasn't Stephen Kimmins. It was Hutchinson. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, no.
That is just... I think that's just a mistake there from Hutchinson. Probably just going on the follow a bit too early. Just keep watching it now.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's just a miscommunication. Well, that's just a miscommunication of speed differences. And unfortunately, that had put Liebert in second, and the number 1 car is now first. The number 2 car is now second. The number 3 car is now third. And again, a second separates them. Even with that mistake, these guys are still battling, and they're now starting to pull away from the rest of the field. The gap between the top 3 is about 3 seconds now. As, you know, then there's a little battle going on elsewhere for these for these GTE, sorry, because I was just saying that because the LMP2s, that is Sturgios coming into the pits. Deck's in the pits. He's already been in and out, sorry. He's on his out lap right now. 51.9 seconds. As we called it, even though with the changes, the pipette has finally run out on this fuel tank for the LMP2.
It's literally 2 minutes past the halfway point. And they spent 28 seconds in the box.
51.9 seconds overall in the pits. And he goes for an undercut. And I don't know if it's going to work or not because Deck is now where? Where's Deck right now? Oh, god damn you, phone.
I'm trying not to cough.
You're trying not to cough. Do not worry. Yeah, 59 point... I think something's happened to Deck. Because you've got to look at it. Tamarino only spent 31.7 seconds in there. Sturgeon, no, I don't know. I think Tamarino was just getting a fix done because Sturgios 49.6 seconds.
Oh, Hutchinson. Mark Hutchinson's having issues. He is around on a part of the circuit. Where is he gone off? That is the bus stop. Let's have a look.
He's serving a slowdown. No, he's spun.
Oh,
he's been hit from behind. Did he go 2x2 with Lawal? Wow.
Oh, there was another car. Oh no.
That was Lawal. They tried to go 2x2 into the inner loop, and Lawal just loses the car. He's a missile. He's on the grass and he's a missile. He's got nowhere to go, and he tangles both of them. And there's nothing he can do once he's on that grass.
Oh no! Oh, LP2's having issues.
Of course, yes, Deck. That's right. Deck would have pitted early because of a train. Corvs has been in the pits 21.2 seconds. That's a very quick fuel stop. When you think Salmon took 40 Salmon with that 41.9 fuel stop had to have had damage. If Corvs 21.2 seconds, that can't be right.
So, Corb spent 13 seconds in the pit lane. Alex Salmon spent 17 seconds. 4 extra seconds.
Here comes Lewis Woods. Lewis Woods now in the pits, and he had a 3-second deficit to Kimmins. Is he doing this just to get out of traffic? Could be. Kimmins though has a clear track in front of him for another 6 seconds, and then he's got to just get onto the back of some GTEs, but it's not a group of them at the moment, so should be okay. When does Woods get out of the pits is the question. Keep an eye on that in a moment, but Kimmins at this point with 26 minutes to go. Does he pit now? Does he go a little bit later? There's only 3 cars in the LP1s not to pit so far. Kimmins, Drozer, and Hutchinson. So that's one to watch. And of course, Drozer and Hutchinson, 3 seconds separate the two of them. I think they both pit at the same time. That'll be one to keep an eye out for. As the leaders of the LMP2s coming to the pit, that is Apala, who just missed his box, had to do a little reverse there, and Stangali right behind. Now, what happens here? 2 seconds in the pit difference. But that little reverse probably could have cost him a second. What does Ika and what does Michelle do? Keep an eye on this. It's I can't see what's happening with the pit crews. I'm just curious what's going to happen. Who's going to go first? Wait for it. And Apala just gets out in time. Even with that little reversing, doesn't cost him.
Marcus Deck is coming around. Where does... No, Marcus Deck, he's lost 2.
That's amazing.
Marcus Deck has lost 2 positions in the pit stop.
It was that slow pit stop. From cone to cone, 51.9 seconds. Stangali, 49.6 seconds. Apala, 50.3 seconds. That's almost 2 seconds slower than the two of them. And look at it. The gap now between Deck and Apala, who's in first, is 2.6. That pit stop, while it was the right move to come in early because to avoid the traffic, it was a slow pit stop, and it has cost him. Now he's on the back foot. He has to push with 24 minutes to go to get by these guys again. Deck on the first lap of the race went from second to first. Now he's provisionally P3 after when the pit stop rotation come through. Got to do something.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, we're coming after you. We gotta get Deck P1.
Okay. Wow.
How many copyrighted songs have I sung very poorly?
I have no idea. Also, Drozer has not pitted. Just realised that. Drozer did not pit. Hutchinson... Well, unfortunately, my timings have gone wrong, because apparently Hutchinson was in cone to cone for 1.8 seconds.
Okay, so Hutchinson, 36.7 seconds for pit to pit. Stephen Kimmins and Matthias Drozda are the 2 in LMP1 that have yet to pit. Everybody in LMP2 has pitted. And now we're getting to the boys in GTE toys. And look at Samuel Liebert. He was leading this race for so long. 1 corner, and that's it.
Absolutely done. Yeah.
Yeah, just done.
But
and
I mean,
Manatee boys in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I mean, what's gone on with them?
They just had that unfortunate moment, didn't they? And can I just say, it's very interesting to see now Kastrop is away from the traffic. How he started to just crank it down. A 140.7 last lap. You know, he's just putting the times in now that he needs to do. And he's that man that I think the first time we saw him on the broadcast, we were just awestruck at how he just hit every lap time consistent. There was the only laps that were not in the same ballpark was the opening lap, the in lap, and the out lap. And now he's got clear air in front of him. He's just going to keep putting on these lap times. You know, once he does this lap, it's going to be interesting. Oh, guess what? It's another 140.7. That's Yuri Kastrop for you. Look at it. A 146.71 and a 146.98. Now he's finally away from everybody. He is putting the times in. And it's going to be tough for somebody to catch him. And I think Scrivens might be catching Lieber.
Scrivens is actually catching him, yeah, by about a 10th of a second on that last lap. So he's got the slipstream to help him along, and that also fuel saving in tandem. But how much time is lost between pit stops because remember, Yuri Kastrup had slipstream from the start of the race until about 4 minutes ago. Scrivens has had slipstream from about 4 minutes ago to now.
Gross has just done his pits, by the way. He's done his pits, and he is 1 second behind Salmon. So he's extended his lead over Hutchinson, but it's now behind Salmon. Well, he was behind Salmon, but he needs to catch up to Salmon, and now he's out the slipstream. That's going to be a challenge. So the man that started, well, he started P3. He's now sitting about, what I want to say, P5? Okay, top 5. That's the positions iRacing always track. But after starting third, you kind of think he would want a better position in this port right now. Keeping an eye elsewhere at the moment because Gimmons finally pitted, by the way, and the gap between him and Lewis Woods is 2 seconds. So I'm trying to think, does that give Gimmons a better time? I think it does. Actually, not. Can't think, but the gap is 2 seconds. Unfortunately, these timings for me are not working very well. 20 minutes remain, though, but still. Gimmons, Woods, Corbs, Salmon, Droza, Hutchinson. The GT... Well, I'll tell you what. The GT1s, Marcus Deck with the move in before the inner loop on Hap Allen. He has the lead back.
Ooh, going around the outside of the car number 3. That is Dylan Scrivens. And he's got... Oh, he's flashing his lights frantically. He wants to get by. His P1 has returned. That song helped. The song helped.
Do not say the song helped. Do not say the song helped. And look at the bookmarking. This is what he needs. Liebert's right there. These two LMP2 trying to catch him. Haller and Stangali can't do anything at the moment. So there's Deck. He's extended his lead by half a second, but then he gets held up by Castro. Comes around this time. Can he get by? If he goes around the outside, the first Amigo, he will. At the same time, Haller and Stangali will be able to go on the inside. In fact, no. Now, do both of them try and make the move into the second? They do. And it does hold up Castro a smidge. A little smidgen of a hold up there for Castro. Does lose a little bit of time, and in comes Castro. He's the first one to go to the pit. Liebert says, I'm joining you. What about the Manatees? Delict says no. Kronbach says no. Scrivens says, no, I'm all right. I'll lead a lap.
The way that you said that as well, it's like, nah, I'm going to lead a lap.
I'll lead a lap. Don't worry about it. I'm just looking. I think Woods has closed the gap to Kimmins. Yeah, 1 second is the gap. Now we know Kimmins can pull these gaps out again, can extend. But it's Woods just getting the better of the traffic at the moment. I think he was 128.2 versus a 128.7 last lap. In fact, Woods was one of the fastest guys on the... Sorry, he wasn't one of the fastest guys. He was one of the fastest guys. He was the fastest guy at the top 3. He wasn't the fastest car out on the track at that time. But if he gets held up by these battling LMP2s, and he is, and that's been the story of the day, is that we've had these clusters of battles at the front of the field. So you're able to overtake the guys at the back because there's not a lot of battles happening at the back of these fields. But when the LMP2s and the LMP1s come by these GTEs and, of course, then the LMP2s, it is clear that they're just struggling. They're just getting held up because you've got to get by 3 cars in the vicinity of 1 corner or 2 corners, and you can't do it. So these faster classes are struggling, and that is the story of the day. But at the same time, we do get these fantastic battles. Deck, Hapala, Stangali, a second between the 3 of them. Scrivens, does he pit this time? Does Delict pit this time? Yeah, you can tell Scrivens is definitely pitting. Does his teammate Delict join him in? He does. What about Kronbach? Do the Manatee guys go together? You bet the Manatee guys go together. Pisco will lead the race as the Manatees all come in. 1, 2, y 3.
Where does Yuri Kastrup come out? He's coming around the second Amigo now. Onto the third Amigo now. Scrivens is out of his box. Oh my crikey, that is very close to the wall. More close to the wall, to the wall for comfort than I'm used to. He's overtaken all of them.
Yeah, Castro, by the way, has come out of the pits. Or he's come around, sorry. He's not come out of the pit. He's come around. And is that a 2.5 second lead over Liebert? It is. And Scrivens is 4 seconds down. So is this Yuri just doing fuel saving, Yuri? Because that is quite a gap he's now pulled out after the pit stop rotation. Really curious to see that.
No! Oh no! James Penske has been turned around.
No, he has. Now, who calls that? I did not see that.
Oh. And Vincenzo. Oh, what are you doing?
Not a place to be trying to send it there. You know, you can make the move once you've done your braking, and I just feel like he tried to extend his braking there, and that's cost him. It's cost him quite a lot, and of course Penske had such a big. Well, he had a 17-second lead over Scrivens, 21-second lead over 21-second lead over Kastrop. It's now down to 12. He will come into the pits. Ooh, is that an unsafe pit entry? Oh, there is no unsafe pit entry around here, I don't think so. Should be okay, but unfortunately Penske is going to lose places. He might get overtaken by Simeon Lynch. That just might be it, because let's just see. Lynch is coming around the final corner now, so yes. So then you're looking at Agostine, maybe Barry Morrison. Maybe Barry Morrison, so he might go down to about 8th position, to 8th right now. He was about, running 6th at the time, so that's unlucky for Penske. You see on the screen the towers for the top of each class at the moment and their respective gaps, so it is nice to see. It's turned in at the moment. There's not really any big battles happening in the LMP1s. The closest battle we've got in the LMP1s is Drozer and Hutchinson, the Porsche versus the Audi. We've got the battle still. Marcus Deck is trying to pull away from Hapala, but Hapala is getting held up. Well, not getting held up. He's having to defend against Sangali in the LMP2s and trying to see if there's anything else around there. Well, there's Matthias Witt versus... was David A. Williams? Yeah. Where is David A. Williams? David A. Williams has managed to get... Sorry. That was Farouk Mansar. Sorry, I was looking at my screen wrong. That's Mansar versus Witt. It's another battle in the LMP2s. And still, the GTEs... Like, who let Kastrop out the cage? Because now he's in the lead. That's it. This field was so tight, and now it's just opened up. And a lot of it is just because somebody let Kastrop off the hook. And he is now off the chain. He is now full power. Who let the Kastrop out? Who let the Kastrop out?
Is this the stream of just having, like, what's it called? Like, instead of instead of proper analogies, we just take over songs and put very poor lyrics on top.
I mean, I can come up with proper analogies, but at the moment, as usually is the case at Watkins Glen, the gaps are just spreading out. Very, it's interesting to see how these gaps are just so spread at the moment, because it's like there's no battle happening at the front of the LMP1s. There's a battle happening in the LMP2s. Hell, that was Marcus Deck being held up that last lap. He did. So the gap between Deck and Hapala is now less than a second. Sangali got held up as well. What time did Ika put in last lap? A 1:31.854, faster than what anybody else was doing. Deck did a 32.4. Sangali did a 33.2. Where has that lap come out for Ika? And he's right on the back of Marcus Deck again. 12 minutes remaining. To give you an idea, the LMP2s are on lap 31, a projected 40. And it's lap 33 for projected 42 for the LMP1. So for the LMP2s first. This is the LMP1, lap 33 out of a projected 42. And with the GTEs, it's lap 27 out of a projected 36. So, they have time left. But Ika is just on it right now. Look at it. He's just closed that gap down.
Now,
Oh,
let's see how. I'm trying to say his first name. I don't know how to say it.
but I'm not sure. But by the way, somebody asked what happened to Salmon. Nothing's happened to Salmon. Alex, unfortunately, did not set a qualifying time, so he had to start at the back of the field. So he's made up 8 places to 4th, which is still a very good drive. But yeah, 20 seconds behind the leaders at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate there. You could say what could have been. But at the same time, Kimmons had just been in a different category today. And you can see the gap, he just continues to pull away from Lewis Woods.
Remember when you said that the gaps were good? The gaps are still indeed good, but Marcus Deck has responded.
Not good enough, though. Look at that response.
Yeah.
It is a 132.668. It was a 132.384. So Ika Hapala is still catching. With 10 minutes to go, do they have clean air in front of them? They've got a GTE coming up, Pinsker. By the way, Pinsker, the number 7 car, came out in 7th after getting that spin. So very interesting. You've got the number 1 car in P1, the number 2 car in P2, the number 3 car in P3, and then everything's all a mess until the number 7 car's got P7. Dutch's away. Actually, I just realised Pincer's got wing damage. Oh, I just realised that from that spin, there is that wing is very well, I wouldn't say very, but it's twisted. It almost looks like one side's just blocking. If he was
that's not a wing.
Yeah, that's a spoiler.
Yeah. What? Where?
Yeah. You okay with that?
I mean, the wing is a spoiler, but do you know what it looks like? It looks like the wash is coming over the top of the car.
I beg your
Like,
pardon?
Okay, so do you know when air goes over a wing, it's that wash, right?
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's now pointing backwards.
Got
So
ya.
the wash is now coming back over the car.
So really, if he goes backwards, he'd be faster.
So technically, he's recycling air.
Recycling. Oh no. Just holds its gravitational pull or something like that. Yeah, that's weird. 9 minutes to go. I think the key battle, which we've got to pin our eyes on, is still this battle for the LMP2. Deck versus Tapala. I'm just looking around. I don't really see any serious battles happening at the moment. Mind you, Drozer's not had a good lap in the LMP1s, and Hutchinson is on the back end. This is P5, like I always joke about. It's the stat that iRacing counts, the top 5, so everybody wants a top 5. What can he do? But getting held up at the third Amigo is not going to help Hutchinson, so that's one to keep an eye out for. But it is the Audi versus Porsche conundrum once again. The GTEs, Yuri Kajdrup, just in a world of his own, and there is no battles apart from there's Barry Morrison versus Thomas Hagelstein, one of the only Fords out there. That is the closest battle in the GTEs. Apart from that, there's nothing else to look at. In terms
That's
of
game changing.
battles. Yeah.
Now, while we're just keeping our eyes on this, and while I'm trying not to be sick, main points of contention for this year in motorsport: Aston Martin leaving WEC as a works team, and them transitioning to F1, which is definitely in PR speak, it is definitely not the reason why we're pulling out of the World Endurance Championship. Definitely not.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I'm not over.
Like
anyone.
anyone could, it's. You don't need to be a mathematician to understand why they pulled out of VEC, because they've invested their effort in F1.
Plus, money.
Yeah.
That's another crucial thing. But one of the
Oh,
best
crikey.
GTE teams.
Sorry to cut across. Cutting very wide. The three of them. That was Castro.
What's Kastrop do? Was that a miscommunication there? But somehow Hapala manages to get by. Definitely got to be a bit of a miscommunication. Got to be a bit of miscommunication there. Whew.
They're very close to that wall.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crikey.
no, it was a miscommunication there. Kastrop was actually just pulling to one side to make it, so Hapala did not have to go, but loses 2/10 because of that, having to take a different line. Multi-class racing, that's the mistakes that happen. The gap goes down again. That was up, now it's going down. 0.6, 0.7 is the difference. So I understand what Kastrop was doing there, but remember, got to be predictable when you're the lap car. So we'll just chalk it up as a racing incident anyway.
Well, at least nobody got hit. That was the main thing.
Yeah, that's important. And speaking of Dex having to go around the outside, sorry, not around the outside. No. That is Matonite almost coming to touch it there with Deck, the leader of the LMP2s, and oh, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. Hold on to your hats. This is not looking good. It almost looks like the LMP1 is unable to get by the LMP2. This needs to be, he needs to get by fast, and he boosts by fast. That could have turned into something very dangerous for the two of them, and for the three of them, with Hapala right behind, because the gap now is 0.2 of a second between Deck and Hapala. That is how much that LMP1 that slow LMP1 around the corners has cost. I think there might be an overtake here if Ika's brave. Deck did it to him. Can Hapala do it back, coming down to the straight? They're going to continue going down. Who's going to get it? Is Hapala going to get it? He gets it, and yes, that's it. Hapala gets the position. Just like that. Can Deck bring it back, though, is the question. There's 4 minutes to go. Half a second is the gap. Deck can do it. Deck can do it. He's shown it before. But I don't think there's a lot of damage. Looking at the car, hard to see in these LMP2s with damage, but no, I think everything's okay. Like I said, there are other battles going on, but of course, there is nothing happening in the other classes. If there is anything happening in the other classes, we will let you know as best as we can. But yeah, it's very quiet on the west and the east at the moment. We're just looking straight forward with this battle for the lead of the LMP2s between Hapala and Deck.
Deck and Hapala. The move we didn't expect to see. I thought it would have happened on the last lap. But the LMP1 forced the issue.
It was coming, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think it was going to be like that. It was just one of those things. So, that is a shame. Such as the way it's multi-class racing. But I think Scrivens can pull it back. He was 2/10 faster at last lap. I'm pretty sure he can bring this back. But 2/10 faster? No, sorry, I'm looking at my times wrong. He was 8/10 slower. But he is catching. Bring Sangalli back into this. Sangalli's only a second and a half behind Deck. So, kind of got that three-car battle again, haven't we? It's 2 seconds between first and third. And one mistake would basically just eliminate one of these drivers from the lead and just put them in third position. But Hapala is starting to pull away. 2 minutes 30 remaining. Where is Kimmon? I say where is Kimmon because it's vital. He's on lap 40 of 42. There is going to be 2 laps left for sure. That is definitely, well, I would say that's confirmed. It looks pretty much confirmed at the moment.
No, he'll definitely have another lap. So there'll be another lap and then white flag after this next lap.
Yeah. You are correct. What is the gap between Hapala and Deck? Gap is 0.8. 2/10 lost that lap for Deck. And he is matching Sangalli, which yay, that's a good thing, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. He needs to be catching Ika, and he's unfortunately unable to at the moment. It's almost like Ika's turned into Yuri. When Yuri finally got free, just pulled away. So Deck has to hope for lap traffic, and there's not a lot of lap traffic about, if I'm brutally honest. There's Labuche in front of GTE, but Papala's going to get by him. And then there's a lapped LMP2, which is Antonio Blanca's, and after that, there's nothing. So Deck has to do this without the help of traffic, and already he's getting held up by traffic. So he's on the back foot again. He's lost another 2 tenths.
It unfortunately is like that. That is the unfortunate side effect of multi-class racing. It is not only your driving that has to be good on the day, it's just the luck of the draw in terms of traffic, unfortunately.
So, I mentioned, by the way, Salmon has made up 8 places overall this race. Are there any other big name gainers, did we talk about? Well, Vincio Tamarina has made up 6 places. That's the biggest gainer overall in the LMP2 field. And there's not really been a lot of big gainers in this GTE field. I mean, if anything, Yuri Kastrop is the big gainer. Yeah, 3 places is the big gainer. That is how competitive this field has been, where not many people have been able to make moves. You look at it, Kronbach, Lynch, Pinsker, they've all not gained or lost a position overall from their start. They're net 0 in terms of positions. Yeah, the only real change is Kastrop just moving up the field as the clock ticks down to 0. Kimmins is already on his final lap. Where is Deck? Where is Hapala? Well, they're going to have to go around again.
One more time for the 2 of them. And as for Kastrop, Samuel Lieber and Dylan Scrivens, they're on their last lap as well, after having been passed about half a lap ago, respectively. And unfortunately, I think unless there's some last minute absolute drama, I think this is how GTE is going to end up.
It is, and to be fair, the top 4 in LMP2 will have to go around once more. So that will be, well, we'll get to watch them for the whole lap just to see if Deck can do anything. But coming around the penultimate corner right now is Stephen Kimmins. Bushfink Racing comes to the European Sprint Series on a Friday night on Raidillon TV. And Stephen Kimmins wins the Watkins Glen race on Raidillon TV for the European Sprint Series broadcast. Followed by Lewis Woods. He comes across the line now. And Jan Korbs, just a couple more corners to go. He's in a late battle with Alex Salmon, but the gap is a second. It's going to be too late for Salmon, as Korbs will take that P3 and Salmon gets a P4. And then behind Salmon, Yuri Kastrop, like I said, they let him off the chains. He got into the lead and never lost it since, and just kept extending. And what's happened to Lieber? Lieber has lost. Lieber loses it on the first Amigo. He loses P2. Oh no! What on earth? Scott Wills loses the car. Goes into Lieber. He finishes P5.
A replay of this. This is Samuel Lieber. And that is the kind of rating of Tom Hooper coming by. Oh, what is that? LMP1 do? Oh!
While that is happening, Ika Hapala does cross the line, wins the race. Marcus Deck had nothing. He comes on P2, and Sangali gets that 3rd with Sergios in 4th. What an interesting
turn of events. Indeed. Let's get them race results up on your screens.
Let's get them up, because Stephen Kimmins, as we said, takes victory overall, almost 7 seconds ahead of Lewis Woods, followed by Jan Corbs, who comes home in P3, and Alex Salmon, after not setting a lap in qualifying, makes up 8 places to come home in 4th. Mateusz Droza gets 5th, and Carter Hutchinson gets 6th. Benjamin Morton, will be 7th, and then a lap down, Neil DeBacker, Scott Willis, and Pierre-Alain Matanat. For the LMP2s, quickly, it's Ika Hapala, who started pole, did lose that lead at one stage, early on, and literally got it back at the end there. He takes the victory over Marcus Deck, who had that unfortunate situation with the LMP1. Michelle Stangali takes home P3. PJ Sturzios comes home in 4th. David A. Williams is 5th. Farouk Mansar will take 6th. Mateus Witter will take 7th. Pierre Verne will take 8th. Vincino Tamarina makes up 6 places to come home 9th, and Magnus Wallström finishes 10th. Then it's Tom Hooper, Mark Hutchinson, and Anthony Blankers to round off the lead LMP2. Straight to the GTEs, though. Yuri Kajdrup, like I said, he started 4th. Wasn't his best qualifying. But once he finally got through the cars, he took one, he took another, he took the final one, and he was gone. The boosters were on, he took the victory. Dylan Scrivens will come home in 2nd, with Juk de Ligt in 3rd. Kronbach made up a position to come home in 4th. In Lee Burt, after an hour, just battling in P2 on the 3rd to last corner. Drama, and he finishes 5th. Simon Lynch takes home 6th. James Pinsky will be 7th. Barry Morrison will be 8th. Thomas Haggleston will be 9th. Nicholas Labuch, will take 10th. Didn't mean to say what I meant to say. I apologize. Leon Meredith will come home in 11th. And now we come to the lap part, the retirement. Ganarati, 21 laps down, as is Lawal. They are both 21 laps down. 22 laps down is Joe Portelli. Ismo Yakubu, 37 laps down, with Antonio Piexi, 39 laps down. Ken Giles, 42 laps down, and then Ed Schiller did not take the start.
Oh dear. It was just so said so perfectly. Oh my god. If I could go back in time, just repeat that over and over.
I did not.
I know you didn't mean it, but it was just so hilarious because you were just like, hang on, what did I just say?
I'm like, I didn't mean to say that, but hang on 1 second.
Oh dear.
So that's the first stream, the first broadcast of the new year done, and I'll do the shilling, Rob. I'm just keeping your voice nice and relaxed because, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for watching us. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button. Don't forget, we do have the super chat and the membership, which we're still waiting on our first member for those beautiful emotes. But if you'd like to check any more information about us, our Discord is underneath the video. The link to that is underneath, including a link to trackcams22.com, providing, once again, these amazing aerial cameras. I do like it when they're going up the hill. I love these cameras, and it's fantastic to see. And once again, thank you, trackcams22.com. If you would like to see more of us and you're thinking to yourself, well, you got anything else for us this week? Well, we do indeed, because Sunday, Huskenveld GT Challenge 1945 GMT. We're at Brands Hatch. Now that promises to be fun because remember, you still got that competition going on to win a set of Huskenveld Sprint pedals. They don't pay me, I just say it. But with no league races next week, we will be back next Friday for Road Atlanta in the European Sprint Series. Oh boy. Until then, I've been Craig King.
I have been Robert O'Brien with a very stuffy nose and a sore throat.
But this has been Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good night, everybody.